Attention Birds fans, something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change everything. We're talking about a direct impact on the Philadelphia Eagles' path toward another Super Bowl run. A power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. And we're bringing this to you firsthand. But before anything else, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, if you live and breathe this team, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to make this passion even stronger. Show that you're part of this family. Help us reach 3,000 subscribers. Share this with your friends and other Eagles fans. Now, let's get to what matters, Eagles Nation. Eagles fans, brace yourselves, because the atmosphere in Philadelphia is on fire after that embarrassing overtime loss to the Los Angeles Chargers, 22-19. Philadelphia finished with 365 total yards, 19 first downs, and went 4 for 13 on third downs. The team averaged 5.5 yards per play. But Hurts' 5 turnovers unquestionably sabotaged the offense. Throughout the game, the reigning Super Bowl champions looked lost on both sides of the ball. Jalen Hurts had his worst performance of the season. 4 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. One came on a sequence where he lost a fumble he had forced off his own interception, and another was the killer in overtime, right after he had driven the team into field goal range. With the overtime loss to the Chargers, the Eagles missed their chance to reduce the magic number to 2 to clinch the NFC East. And that's not all. The latest information surfacing in the last few hours puts Kevin Patulo at the center of a storm no one inside the franchise seems willing to ignore anymore. And yes, let's talk openly. Patulo's firing is no longer a theory, it's a real possibility, alive and gaining strength every week. The Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator, Kevin Patulo, has been a major disappointment in his first year in the role. The Eagles rank 19th in scoring, 22.5 points per game, 22nd in rushing yards, 108.5, and 23rd in passing yards, 193.6, as of Sunday afternoon. Numbers far below what fans expected from the defending Super Bowl champions. For a team loaded with skill position talent, including a reigning Super Bowl MVP at quarterback, it's unforgivable that the offense isn't one of the best in the league. In recent weeks, fans have been demanding a change, preferring absolutely anyone over Patulo. But head coach Nick Sirriani made it clear he would not replace the play caller. However, Sirriani is now stepping in more directly, which is not a good sign for Patulo. According to Tim McManus of ESPN, Sirriani has been more involved in offensive meetings and has been presenting the material alongside Patulo. McManus adds that a source told him Sirriani has also been addressing the group longer than usual before handing things over to Patulo, who still technically leads the meetings. For most Eagles fans, Sirriani involving himself more doesn't change much, because nobody expects big shifts. Fans remember when Sirriani himself was the play caller in 2021, and it wasn't anything special. Eventually, he handed the responsibility to Shane Steichen. But this situation with Patulo is different from Steichen, Brian Johnson, or even Kellen Moore. With Steichen, the Eagles had an identity. Same with Johnson and Moore. But Patulo still hasn't established any identity after 14 weeks of the regular season, which is alarming. And the head coach stepping in doesn't inspire confidence for the future. Could Patulo change the narrative with a strong game against the Chargers and a solid finish to the regular season? Yes, but would that be enough to save his job? Highly unlikely. The Eagles would be hurting themselves if they didn't explore other options. They need someone who can stop calling these endless short routes that have become Patulo's trademark. A new offensive coordinator must create separation-based plays, use more crossers, and add motion to the offense. Eagles fans will be watching closely to see if Sirianni's involvement helps the offense get back on track and resemble the unit we saw in last year's playoffs. If it works, it's a good sign for Patulo. If it doesn't, his situation remains fragile. And you know exactly why. The Eagles' offense, once a machine, now looks like an old car struggling to start. This is a team with A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, and yet they rank among the worst offensive units in the NFL in points, yards, and consistency. It's unbelievable. It's unacceptable. And for many analysts, it's unforgivable. And when production collapses like this, someone has to pay the price. Recent reports indicate Sirianni had to take more control in offensive meetings. For anyone who understands this sport, that's not a small operational tweak, it's a message. A loud one. I no longer trust what's being done. And when the head coach has to step in like that, the rope is close to snapping. The internal atmosphere isn't helping either. External pressure is massive, angry fans, harsh media criticism, analysts exposing the offense's decline week after week. And to make it worse, the news that vandals showed up at Patulo's house proves the situation has crossed lines. Philadelphia loves its coaches when they win. But when the team disappoints, the city demands accountability. Hard accountability. But here's where the speculation reaches another level. Reports point to something deeper: dissatisfaction in the locker room. Players who once defended the system are now questioning calls. Team leaders are frustrated. And when that happens, decisions come quickly. Now imagine this, fan. The Eagles leadership sits down, analyzes the performance, compares it with the talent available, listens to the pressure from the city, and puts everything on the table. And then comes the question nobody dares to ask publicly, but everyone whispers privately. Are we willing to throw away another season because of Kevin Patulo? And here comes the explosive part. Firing Kevin Patulo wouldn't just be a reaction to the current moment. It would be a strategic move. A surgical cut to save what's left of the year and prepare 2026 with a completely different mindset. Philadelphia does not accept mediocrity. It never has. And when the offense collapses like this, the city demands change. So the question hangs in the air like an echo in Lincoln Financial Field. Does Patulo survive this pressure? Or are we about to witness one of the most anticipated and feared announcements of the season? If he falls, everything changes. The team's direction, Sirriani's control, the fanbase's reaction, and of course, the entire future of the Eagles offense. And you, do you think Kevin Patulo's time is up? Or is there still hope for this offense that once looked so promising?